Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing another tag that I did last year, I believe, and it was a tag that I actually collaborated on with my friend Anna. We really do need to collaborate again. I miss Anna. I don't nearly speak to her as much as I did last year, but I think this year has just been a really rough year for a lot of people. I still am on her videos, she's still on mine, but we don't connect on Instagram hardly ever anymore, and we definitely need to. But anyways, I am in this place where I am revisiting some of the tags that I did last year and years previous. I have another one on my channel that I will link up in the cards for you guys that I am revisiting a tag I did actually when I first started my YouTube channel. This one is one that I did last year. I saw it from another creator not that long ago, and I was like, oh, this is so smart to do. So the funniest story of it all is I'm wearing almost the exact same eye look as I was when I did this video last year, only like slightly more mellow than it was last year on my eyes. I'm excited to do the tag again. I hope that sounds like something you're interested in. Also, for those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high and colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta Beauty. Get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here on my platform, but ultimately, I just like to talk about makeup. So that's what we're out here doing. I'm a very chatty channel. I hope that that sounds like something you're interested in. I hope that you'll want to subscribe before you go. I am kind of a kick in the pants to hang out with, and I'd love to welcome you into my YouTube fam. With that said, let's roll into this unpopular opinions tag from, God, I think it was 2018 initially. And I will link the original creators down in the description box, but also some of the people that I've seen do it recently will also be linked down there for you to go peruse. All right. I love revisiting these tags. So let's talk about the new hair. Loving it. I have had kind of this color scheme before, and I think it's really me. It speaks to me. It doesn't really necessarily go with the green gold eye look, but I don't care. I love it, and I love the cut. The stylist that did it actually cut my hair with scissors, and that's not typical. Typically I get it razor cut. But I love this haircut. I love the color scheme she went with. It's got a little bit of orange, a little bit of pink, a little bit of red, and just the texture of it all. It's just so fun. So super excited to have my hair back. Super excited to not be seeing all the grays in the root system in there. With that said, let's roll into this tag. I'm super excited about it. I will have last year's answers for you and this year's answers for you. And I like revisiting tags. Let me know if that's something that you guys also like, because once a tag is out there, like, you can do it as many times as you want to. But I've noticed that, you know, especially coming from somebody who just started a makeup journey like 5 years ago, my opinions have changed drastically over the time that I've been on YouTube. Maybe not, you know, year over year, but definitely 5 years ago to today, what I think is amazing and not amazing is completely different. Maybe not a lot has changed, but I do have some different answers, but I still feel the same about last year's answers too, if I'm honest. So the first question is popular makeup product you don't like. And last year I said Tarte Shape Tape. I almost said Chart. I do that every single time. While I still stand firm on Tarte Shape Tape because it's ridiculous the amount of people that love Tarte Shape Tape, and I'll say it like I said last year, those of you who don't like Tarte Shape Tape, you and I were kin to each other. Like, I hold a special place in my heart for people like myself who feel the same way. It's too dry. It's too awful. It makes my under eyes look awful. I stand firm on the Tarte Shape Tape trend that I just hate. But this year, when I think about something that's been popular on the makeup scene specifically in this last year, and it kind of came into fruition, I think late last year, maybe early last year, is liquid blushes. I want to love them. I want to love them so much because a cream blush or a cream bronzer is beautiful on my skin, but I cannot do liquids. Just bought the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand and it's a liquid bronzer and I do like it. I haven't tried yet the blush version of it, but I have it in my products yet to try that I picked up, I think, in the Sephora event that recently happened over October. I like cream products, but I'm finding that liquid blushes are specifically hard to work with. And I don't know if it's because I am too slow at making sure I get it blended out, but I just feel like it's such a mess for me. So maybe I'm putting too much on. I'm just not sure, but it is something that so many people rave about these days, specifically the rare beauty ones, and I want to try them and love them. But I got them in a sample at one point in time and tried it, and it was awful. It was a hot mess. So that is, for me, what comes to mind as a popular makeup product that everybody likes that I do not. The second question is popular makeup brand or product everybody hates, but that you love. Last year I said KVD Beauty, and KVD Beauty I think is, you know, one of those ones that's hit and miss. People either really, really love them or really, really hate them. I'm gonna go with Bare Minerals. And the reason I'm going to go with Bare Minerals is because I really firmly do not believe that they get enough hype here on YouTube. And maybe they're beloved by the regular consumer base. I know that they're beloved by the regular consumer base because I work at Ulta Beauty and it's one of our top selling brands. Bare Minerals is usually in the top 5. I, influence the business end of all things prestige beauty and services in my market. And I talk about top 5 brands and Bare Minerals is always on the top 5 brands. So I know that it's a consumer driven product, that people do love Bare Minerals out there, but some of my favorite products are from Bare Minerals, and I just don't think that on the YouTube space they get enough chatter. I really, really love the Complexion Rescue. It's one of my favorite tinted moisturizers with quite a bit of coverage in it. It has a really weird, kind of almost off-putting texture to it in the beginning, but it is so beautiful and so good to your skin. I really love their blushes. I really love their eyeshadows. I really love their lipsticks. I just don't think that they get enough hype in the YouTube space. Another one that I could say is roughly right around the same kind of hype level, I feel like, for YouTube is Clinique. Like, I know, because I used to be one of those people that was like, Clinique is an old lady brand. It's made for, my grandma used to use it or whatever the saying goes. But man, they have got some really, really great products. And I just don't feel like they get enough hype. So I would say Bare Minerals specifically. The only YouTuber I hear talking about Bare Minerals is Kelly Gooch on the regular. Other than that, like, there isn't hardly anybody out there talking about Bare Minerals. So I would say Bare Minerals number 1, but Clinique number 2. Number 3, makeup collab you didn't like or were not interested in. Last year's video I said Morphe x anybody, but specifically Nikita x Morphe was a horrible collab in my opinion, not interested. I don't even remember that collab if I'm honest with you. And then the ColourPop x Child or Mandalorian or whatever, the Star Wars stuff that they have going on, I feel the same way, because that is a continued effort, is somebody collabing with Star Wars. I mean, most recently Pat McGrath just collabed with Star Wars again. I don't get behind it. Like, it doesn't mean anything to me specifically. No, I have one for you. Fenty x Ketchup. What the F was that? That was So stupid. And I remember watching Jen from Jen Loves do an unboxing of it and like trying to like play the game, if you will, and so stupid. 3 of them were lip gloss, 3 of them were ketchup. That's number 1, nasty. Number 2, there wasn't even enough lip gloss in those packets for 1 application. Why waste your money on that? Number 1. Number 2, what in the hell were they thinking, actually? In my mind, Fenty is a brand that I hold at really high esteem. I love almost everything that Fenty comes out with. That like diminished the brand in my humble opinion. Yes, it was a joke. I get it. Yes, it was, funny, haha. I get it. But they actually did it. And that made 0 sense to me. Number 4, popular makeup step you will never do. So last year I said cutting the eyebrows, baking, and concealing. Now, I never bake, ever. So I don't even like powder. And those of you who are not new to my channel, you know that I don't like powder. I don't wear powder. I also don't like concealer and don't typically wear concealer. I do have a lot of concealers in my collection because at one point in time I thought I had to like concealer. I have found some this last year that I actually really quite enjoy using and wearing, and will wear them alone on my no makeup days, just to, for coverage purposes, or for, whatever concealing is for. So I can't say that I never do that anymore. Cutting my eyebrows and baking, that'll never happen. I won't do that. One thing that I think is the absolute will not do is I don't understand, will never understand, and will never also do contouring my nose. I don't get it. I also, like, in my humble opinion, my nose is honestly one of the best facial features I have. I love my nose. My nose is really nice and fits my face very well, and it's small. And I know that a lot of people don't feel that way about their nose, so I understand that this is something that other people will want to do, but this is just not something that I ever feel like I need to do, nor do I understand it from a personal perspective, nor have I ever tried it, nor will I ever try it. I wear glasses, and if I were to contour my nose, I think it would draw more attention to the glasses marks that I have on my nose. You can definitely see where my glasses sit. I think that concealer would attract, or not concealer, contour would attract attention to it. So I would say nose contour at this point. Popular beauty influencer you don't subscribe to or watch. So last year, I said this really wasn't a thing for me because I don't really dig into cancel culture the way that a lot of people did last year and years previous, and that stands true today. Like, I don't ever write a person off, or a brand or a thing off, as something I will never ever do, because never say never. I mean, that's an old saying that I think stands true today in many aspects of my life. I never at one point in time thought I'd have hot pink hair. I've had hot pink hair. I never at one point in my life thought I would, wear makeup like I do, and I wear makeup like I do. So I never say I won't watch somebody. I don't subscribe to like Jeffree Star, who is important and prevalent in many people's lives, but there are still videos that I would watch of his. Now, granted, I don't think I've watched a Jeffree Star video in probably 2 years, but that doesn't mean I never would. I don't particularly love Jaclyn Hill, and not because I don't love her as a person, although, she's done some shady things and I don't respect her as a person. I do think that she's got some like good makeup tips and stuff like that. I've watched her in the past, so I'm not saying that I would never. There's not really anybody that I can think of on this spectrum of popular influencers that I won't watch. So I'm not subscribed to a lot of people that are popular. but that doesn't mean that I don't watch them. It just maybe means that they show up on my feed occasionally and I watch them then, but I don't really think of them as somebody that I need to watch every day. I like to watch chatty channels, and therefore I don't watch a lot of like just gets down to business kind of channels, but I also like a lot of panning community stuff. And I also like, I have a plethora of people that I watch, or a plethora of things that I like to watch. And if you show up in those feeds, then I will watch you more than likely. But there's not a whole lot of people that I specifically don't subscribe to because I don't support them. Number 6 is popular makeup product or brand that you don't use or support anymore. Last year, I didn't really have one, again, because I don't like dig into canceled culture. But this year, I can think of one specifically that I haven't bought anything from. I can think of two, actually. Revolution and Morphe. Revolution, specifically because every time I purchase something from Revolution, I'm pissed off at myself for purchasing it from Revolution because it's not as awesome as I thought it was going to be based on what I heard out in the community, and it's really quite literally trash. The one item that drew my attention this year, and I don't think it's got anything to do with the fact that it is a Revolution item. I think it's got to do with the fact that it's an item that I found myself drawn to a lot this year because it was all over the YouTubes and the internet, was their cream bronzer. So according to all the people out there, their cream bronzers are as good as high end. And I don't know that I believe that. But that is a brand that I do not support. Another one that I do not support is Morphe, and the biggest reason why is because they're just like, listen, I get drawn into Morphe so much. I have a lot of Morphe in my collection, and the biggest reason why is because I get drawn into Morphe, but also I get a lot of Morphe in gratis, if I'm honest, or did at one point in time. And I think when Ulta first brought Morphe in, we were getting a lot of Morphe in gratis. But these days, there's just nothing. My motto has been this last year, and I think a portion of the year before, Morphe doesn't make anything that I need. I have decluttered almost everything Morphe out of my collection. I still have some Morphe brushes because I bought a bunch of Morphe brushes back in the day, and I'm kind of filtering through them. They're brushes that don't last a very long amount of time, and as I get rid of them, I don't purchase another Morphe brush. I think all that I have left in my collection from Morphe is palettes. And when I think about those palettes, I never want to pull from them because while some of them are really great shadows, a lot of them are really subpar shadows. They have a lot of inconsistencies in their formula, and I hate that about them. I want to pull a palette and be able to count on 99% of the shadows in the palette to perform in the way that I know the brand well to perform in. And with Morphe, it's very hit and miss from shadow to shadow, palette to palette, item to item. So I haven't bought anything from Morphe, not even for my kid, in the last year. And I don't support purchasing anything from Morphe. Now, that doesn't mean I never will. Maybe there might be something, and maybe I hear that they've gotten better at producing the products that they produce, and I decide to try them again. But they're just a brand that I don't subscribe to anymore, and them in addition to Revolution Beauty. Number 7, popular makeup trend that you have no interest in trying. Last year I said the balm eyeshadow look and the floating eyeliner. Do you guys remember when that trend was going around where they would put just like one line of eyeliner in the crease? It wasn't even drawn out to a wing or anything. It was just one line of eyeliner in the crease, and maybe it was white, maybe it was brown, maybe it was whatever. I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. This year, there's a lot of graphic eyeliner going around, but the one that I specifically will not take part in ever is that My friend Anna does it really, really well, actually, but it's the reverse eyeliner, right? Reverse eyeliner, I think, where she does like, it goes clear into her tear duct here and it comes to a point and then it goes way out, and it's, I believe it's called reverse eyeliner. I can't remember. Her eyes are perfect for this eyeliner look. I'll put a picture up here if I can. I know she's got a picture on Instagram I'll put up here. I cannot do that to save my life. My eyes are also two different shapes, so when I do it, it looks very evident that my eyes are two different shapes. One of my eyes is a lot like smaller and droopier than the other one that looks a little more wide awake, and it makes my eye that looks wide awake bulge. It makes it look like that eye is bulging out of my head. I've tried it. I can't stand behind it. I just don't get it. I know another popular makeup trend that I have no interest in, and that's that cold girl thing that's going around right now. Like, why on earth would you want to make the whole upper half of your face look red and beat? I can't. I just cannot do that. Last question, makeup product that was better in theory than when you tried it, worked better or swatched better for others. And last year I put brow pomade or the pencils with the powder brush. This year it's about brow products also. I just don't get the like soap brows, that kind of product. I just don't understand it. In theory, for me, it's amazing because I have a lot of brow hairs. It should look really good on me. For me, it definitely doesn't look good on me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but for everybody else, it looks amazing. Like, I am always in awe of soap brows. Even the Patrick Ta came out with one, the waxes, using the waxes in your brows. For me, it's like heavy and it makes my brows fall and or just looks stupid. So I just cannot with those. So with that said, that is it. That is all I have for you today. That is my unpopular opinions tag for makeup revisited. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comment section. Hit me up down there. I would be interested to hear your thoughts. I also, if you have done this tag, would love to watch it. So let me know. Drop me a link. Do something so that I can check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I appreciate you all for being here. I hope that you are having an amazing month. I hope that if you celebrate, that you're also having an amazing holiday season. And if you don't, that you're having an amazing day, week, month, whatever it is. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for being here today. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope that you are all healthy, doing well, staying safe out there, loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye, friends.